9. One confirmation. Broadersman Canning, give him a chance, give him the opportunity.
Yeah, I don't think Pakistan will experiment too much. They've got Fakhr pinned down for 4. The Saim Ayub bit didn't work out as planned.
Bowling gone, an absolute beauty from Adil Rashid. Gets England's second wicket in his first. Just indicating extra bit of flight. Really excellent. Really well known for his variation. This is a leg spinner that doesn't really turn. This one looking to access the offside, it just skids on through the gate, through that gap between bat and pad. Yeah, just not quite there. It's so important to control your length and your line, which Rashid does so well. 65 for 2. Fayyaz comes in, the left-handed option at number 4. Very impressive in Birmingham.
Oh, you spoke about the importance of Pakistan continuing their momentum after the power play. It doesn't help when you lose 2 wickets, but this is where they've been tested so many times. Fakhar Zaman very good against the spin, very good on his feet.
Excellent start from Adil Rashid. Wicket in his first over. 66 for 2.
7 overs gone Pakistan, 66 for 2. Time to reveal the Vitality power player performing.
Now Usman Khan gets an outing here today. He comes off a very good Pakistan Super League, was just only behind Babar Azam in terms of the highest run getter, and he gets his hand tonight. He didn't get a game in the Ireland series. Got 4 chances against New Zealand, only top scored with 30, but he has all the power. Very dominant on the offside, but it'll be a challenge here against England, who are on the ups, who have picked up both openers.
Certainly will be a challenge. Liam Livingston. Double spin. Get it. Remember, ball's off spin to the left-hander, then changes it to the right. Plenty of options and variations for Jos Buttler in this side. And you'd imagine spinners will play a big part of the up-and-coming World Cup. Both sides leaving tomorrow. Pakistan for America, England straight to the West Indies.
I asked Jos at the toss about role clarity. I think something applies to Pakistan as well. In terms of clarity of roles, with the wet outfield, I think he just slipped over one of the practice surfaces. Looks all right.
Yeah, he does. I think anything that happens to Jofra Archer now, we're sort of slightly concerned.
Wrap him in cotton wool, keep him safe.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So from Pakistan's point of view, role clarity very important for Fakhar Zaman in particular. Let him play the game he has as opposed to trying to turn that around and asking him to do something that is not his natural game.
In the air and all the way for six. He gets all of this, Usman. Mentioned Arooj, he is positive from ball one. Seeing it here today.
Yeah, he's not going to waste any time and he will be relishing this opportunity. He might like the spin, but it is short. It is a half volley. It is there to be hit. Very quick to pick it up and dispatches it out of the ground.
Cut away. Doesn't carry. Not quite. Adil Rashid is the man in that same position where he took the catch to dismiss Babar Azam.
Just feel the way this looped off the bat. Adil Rashid probably thought it was coming to him and he was on his heels slightly and in the end having to dip down in front.
A little bit more flight to finish Liam Livingstone's first over. Pakistan 74 for 2. .74 for 2. 8 overs gone in this first innings. Just a hint of rain around at the moment. Umpires keeping the players out there. It's not heavy enough currently to come off the field. Arooj, given how vocal we have been and the Pakistan side has been about the role that Fakhar Zaman plays, how important is it to take a longer term view on it and say, you know what, throughout the whole of the World Cup we want to see you play like this?
You've hit the nail on the head. It has to be that way. You can't ask someone to transform their game. You can't ask Fakhar Zaman to build in innings for you. That's not him. He's a natural striker of the ball, probably the cleanest striker Pakistan have. He's got phenomenal numbers up the order, but now that they've got him in at 4, there was a little bit issue slightly earlier on when he was asked to sort of rebuild, take a little bit of time. And for obvious reasons, he wasn't successful. He is very successful breaking the attacking nature that he does. And I think now
down the wicket and swatted to the leg side, and it goes all the way for 6. Did this to Moeen Ali in Birmingham yet again, proving his worth.
one of the best strikers, and he can hit a long ball. Very good down the track, always will stay leg side of the ball in an aim to open up those arms.
Down the wicket again, missed stumping. Opportunity for Jos Buttler. Fakhar Zaman just going down the wicket again. Good bowling from Moeen Ali. Pegged the length back. Missed opportunity.
Going too fast. As opposed to hold.
Yeah, big opportunity. 45. He scored in Birmingham. Just on 9 now. Good bowling again. Like you said, Aruj, looking to go too square. Get beaten in the fly, try and aim straight for as long as possible. Big chance missed by the England skipper. In the air, high, Adil Rashid takes a brilliant catch. That was in the air for a long time. Quite windy here today in South London. Relief for Butler, relief for England.
Yeah, the spin duo for England. One with the catch. Fakhar Zaman once again trying to hit this one out of the park. Only manages all the air miles vertical. Not the distance on it at all. Adil Rashid had plenty of time to get under, and he takes a really good catch. Not easy when they are that high up in the air. And he does well. He does well. He makes up for the drop. Fakhar Zaman only gets 9. Pakistan 83 for 3.
Please welcome the
Them putting talented all-rounder. Good to see him up the order over the years. More of a lower order leg spinner, but in recent times up the order.
While England very quick to make amends. Joss might have spilled the stump chance, but very soon after, Fakhar Zaman tried his luck again. To the off spin of Moeen Ali, that only manages the top edge. Adil Rashid takes it very comfortably in the end. And Shadab, you mentioned, very effective, very good with bat and ball, a complete all-rounder. But off late,
different opening combination for this match for South Africa. Gone with Richard Levy and Hashim Amla with Jacques Kallis at number 3. Today, because Richard Levy not playing.
Side
batter for Pakistan, number 77, Azam Khan.
'84 for 4, Pakistan. What a turnaround this has been for England. Azam Khan is the new batter. Good control by Adil Rashid. A mix-up in the middle. And a dive. That would have been close with a direct hit.
Drama around Pakistan cricket running between the wickets. Surely Usman Khan's had to see Azam Khan's at the other end. He's just walked in. There was never a single on. And he's lucky the stumps weren't knocked down.
Yeah, never disappoints the running between the wickets, between the Pakistan team, and timely as well. It's like the worst possible time you could have a run out. Oh! Adil Rashid just running through variations here. Not a great deal of turn. One of his biggest skills. Producing deliveries when conditions aren't in his favour. Just out of the front of the hand, almost a slider. Leg slip. Oh! Swing and a miss.
That's the difference between franchise cricket and international cricket. Adil Rashid, #1 in the world, and he is getting the ball to do exactly what he wants.
Googly to finish us over. Halfway in the first innings, Pakistan 84 for 4.
So halfway, 84 for 4, Pakistan. They started nicely with the old partnership of Babar Azam and Mohammad Rizwan reunited again. They were 59 without loss. Drizzling consistently for about 40 minutes now. He has run through his repertoire. He has 2 for 8 from 2. Mark Wood bowled his first 2 overs with a new ball from the Mickey Stewart Pavilion end. He's about to start his 3rd. Ooh. Lisbon didn't know an awful lot about that. That was just reaction.
Yeah, I think this is good captaincy, bringing back Mark Wood, genuine pace. But they realise if England can take a couple more wickets now, you almost grab the game. 90 for 6 in a T20, you could be struggling to set a good score. So get Mark Wood in, try and get him to get another breakthrough. We might see a few short balls, judging how that last one was played.
Well, obviously out the power play now, so he's got a bit more protection. Fine leg, deep square leg, deep straight mid-wicket. It's the leg side. And he is going in short and has been wided, and he's fallen over again. He's actually got quite wet. I mentioned the rain. The umpires have done extremely well to keep the players on the field, but there must come a point where it just gets too greasy. Saw Jofra Archer running in from the gas holder side of the Kia Oval, and he got onto the practice pitch and slipped. There goes Wood again. I mean, he falls over in the desert as well, but it is greasy.
Yeah, particularly the day before you fly to a World Cup.
Quite. Azam is trying to suggest to his partner Usman that maybe that came off his shoulder or his chest. Haven't seen a referral. I think he's walking off, so he has gloved it. That was seriously quick. Usman, that maybe that came off his shoulder or his chest. Haven't seen a referral. I think he's walking off, so he has gloved it. That was seriously quick.
Yeah, snorter a bouncer. Absolute beauty from Mark Wood. Beautifully aligned, straight over leg stump. Bowled a wide previously. This was just perfect. Bit of glove onto the shoulder. Sam Khan held the shoulder as if to try and kid the umpire, but his partner at the other end quite clearly saw it come off the glove. It's great bowling. I'm sure the batter could have done a huge amount about that. Big smile on Mark Wood's face. Pakistan in trouble. 86 for 5. Azam goes for naught.
Well, getting naught is never good, but that wasn't a very impressive little knock from Azam Khan. He couldn't really pick Adil Rashid, and the way he played that short delivery from Mark Wood, well, that's not out of the textbook. Brilliant from Wood, though. Beautifully angled in. The line perfect, as you were saying, Broady. And the pace was always there with Mark Wood. He's back with a wicket.
Yeah, his pace, the line is always crucial, because if you get wide, you can get sort of uppercut over third man and deep point for 6. But at that pace, when it's skidding like this off a wet surface, if you get it over leg stump, it can be very difficult to pull the ball, as we saw with that last wicket.
So Iftikhar, 64 matches in his international T20 career. Decent strike rate. But at the moment, Pakistan just need to suck some of this pressure up. Stop losing wickets. From 59 without loss, they're 86 for 5 after 10 overs and 2 balls. Iftikhar is away, and that's raced down to that short third man boundary. That's also the pace of Wood.
Yeah, it's good bowling. Has cost him 4. Mark Wood doing exactly what skipper Jos Buttler would have wanted, running in, hitting the pitch really hard and making a breakthrough. And you got the leg spin of Adil Rashid at the other end. Actually bowling googly, skidding into the stumps. Get Wood on, almost not caring if he goes for runs in this over. Just get us a breakthrough and keep Pakistan on the back foot.
That third man region in front of the new stand at the Vauxhall end, or indeed down towards the groundsman's shed, little cave. Got it right. my goodness. Complete washout in 2 of the 4 games, and this one is set to be rain interrupted. For how long, we don't know. We have 30 minutes of playing time in hand, and obviously with this innings having got to 10 overs and 4 balls, we don't need that long if it rains for a lengthy period of time to get enough overs in to constitute a game. But we have a delay, and in fairness, the umpires have kept the players out there for a considerable amount of time in some pretty grim conditions. Feel for the crowd as well. Like most grounds in the UK, there's not a whole heap of cover. It ain't warm, so we'll have to be wait and let the ground staff leap into action to get things covered up. But a fantastic fight back from England, because that opening partnership, 59 from 5 overs and 5 balls before the first wicket fell, put Pakistan in a great position to start. But England have taken those 5 wickets, a 91 for 5 after 10 overs and 4 balls. What have you liked about how England have gone about it today?
Well, almost the comeback. Pakistan started nicely in the power play, but as soon as the wickets started tumbling, England pounced. While some really good deliveries, while some wicket-taking deliveries, applied pressure, and probably lost the first 5 overs, having won the toss and bowled and hoping it would nip around. And then Pakistan have made a bit of a mess of it due to some good bowling, but the England players are a bit slow to leave the ground here, a bit frustrated that the rain has arrived again. It's been heavy for a period of time, the sort of rain that you wouldn't start in, but once you're going as a player, you just want to crack on and play, particularly in a series that's been so affected.
Well, I think the point that Josh to the on-field umpires Martin Saggers and Mike Burns was just give it a sec, because you can end up in a situation like this. So yes, it was hard when they took the players from the field, and this isn't a criticism of the umpires really, because they've got such a difficult tightrope to walk. But if you look at it now, it's actually probably as light as it's been in the last 45 minutes. But once you're off, it's a different kettle of fish to get the players back on. The ground staff have covered the pitch with a Hessian type mat, and then one big white sheet has gone over part of the square, but they haven't gone for any of the side covers or the bowler's run up. And you'd say, as near as makes no difference, it's now stopped.
It's always tricky for the umpires when the players don't go to the changing room. They almost just sit at the side. Jofra Archer was just seen almost standing without any cover over his head, which shows it's not raining much. Actually, for what it's worth, I think the umpires made the right decision there of going off. It was raining. For what it's worth, I think the umpires made the right decision there of going off. It was raining really consistently for half an hour at least, and it did just get a bit heavier, and they have a responsibility to look after the players in conditions at all times, but also on the eve of a World Cup. The last thing you'd want is any player slipping on overly wet conditions, so a little small break in play allows the ground staff to maybe rope the outfield, dry it up a little bit, and make sure
that doesn't do anything, the rope. It just moves water from
it looks good for the crowd,
one part of the ground to the other, unless the sun comes out and the wind picks up, but we've got neither here really at the moment. But I don't disagree with anything you said there about the umpires. I thought umpires Saggers and Burns did their utmost to keep play going. England will want to play as much as they can because of the frustration of the 2 washouts we've had already. It's just, if you look at it now, if they'd waited another 45 seconds a minute, and we're talking fine margins, they probably wouldn't have had to leave the field.
During this little break in play, which hopefully won't be too long, you can visit the club shop.
We'll just stay with these pictures as we watch Josh Buttler. He is up in the players' dressing room area on the balcony. Are they looking to take him off? Well, they're taking the cleats out that are pinning the white sheet down, so that's encouraging news. So 91 for 5. We've had 10 overs and 4 balls. We won't be losing time just yet. We've got half an hour in hand. So at this stage, my understanding will be it's still a full T20 international. Opening partnership of 59 between Rizwan and Babar Azam. reunited at the top of the order. Barber made 36 off 22, Rizwan 23 off 16. But then that collapse from 59 for none to 86 for 5. A couple of noughts in there. Shadab going first ball. Azam Khan
You started in just 6 minutes time, and you've still got time to win yourself a signed Joss Butler cap. Earlier on, we asked you a question, and if you get that question correctly next week, then you can be with a chance of winning. Let's take a look at that question on the big screen now. Who top scored in the second Vitality International T20 in Birmingham? Do you think you know the answer? If you do, tweet your answer with a selfie of your stand.
Test match. There's one to say that.
It is one of the great occasions.
Bowled him! Nick Backer hits off stump. No. Bowled him! Bowled him! Bowled him!
All gone!
England look to defend their ICC T20 World Cup trophy.
They are champions of the world.
And aim to repeat history in Barbados.
England charge onto the field. They've been awesome.
Chapter 1. Just reading, this batter's never been out in the 90s, so looks solid for a high. Nicked it, he's out! He's gone! Heather Knight's England will take on Pakistan and New Zealand.
Oh, if you don't mind!
It's a splendid innings by a fantastic cricketer.
That is out of the ground.
Oh, she's got all of this. She has got all of it.
The domestic white ball season will showcase some of the best.
That's over.
And provide young players a chance to make a name for themselves.
Gone, big wicket. Stuart Ward, the young man, deals with the pressure.
This is what it's all about, isn't it? Big crowds, big games, and I really enjoyed it.
It's time for a new chapter on Sky Sports Cricket.
We're up and running with our summer cricket here on Sky Sports. It's not very summery here at the Kia Oval though this evening. We've had persistent rain, it's cold, the floodlights are on, and we've had a delay. But we're about to get back underway with Pakistan 91 for 5 from 10 overs and 4 balls after Joss Butler won the toss and decided to field in helpful bowling conditions. Opening partnership worth 59. Great comeback from England. Adil Rashid has been so 5 wickets to go. First one to go was Barber, who steered that to Adil Rashid at third man. Good catch, big wicket from Jofra Archer with a slower ball. And Rashid flummoxed Rizwan for 23, showing his full repertoire this evening. Moeen Ali been hit for a couple of big sixes. Fakkar went to heave him leg side, and again Adil Rashid took a very good catch with the ball swirling in the wind, and he got the next flummoxing Shadab first ball. Ball bounced off the thigh pad. Wood with a superb short ball to Azam Khan. Beautifully directed, real pace off the glove onto the shoulder, looping up to Josh Butler. So 91 for 5. And we're about to get underway as it just starts to drizzle ever so slightly again.
Pakistan is the ball from the pavilion ends by number 33, Mark Woods.
So we've seen plenty of pace from Archer and from Mark Wood. He touched 96 miles an hour. I've been comparing the way Archer and Wood do it. We'll ask you about the brace front leg of Mark Wood and of Jofra Archer. Is that what gives them the pace?
Yeah, it's really important. It gives you the option to have a high release. If you collapse that knee, shots your whole body and your hips through, and that allows you to obviously gather pace. I think all the best fast bowlers in the world would have a naturally a brace front leg.
Wood to complete the 11th, 2 balls to go. Carved away through backward point. Good start for Pakistan after the delay.
Yeah, most of Mark Wood's over has been short and bouncers. I think that's probably pre-decided that in the rain break that I'm going to try and hit his stumps. Hit middle stump, full and straight Yorker. Just got the line slightly wrong, guided past point. With Mark Wood's pace, they always go to the boundary, 91 miles an hour.
Prod down to Rashid, finishes the 11th, 96 for 5.
I've seen with these rain breaks, only a short one, you don't lose any overs. Who does it suit? England. They were flying, the energy was there, the crowd were with them, they're taking wickets, and you get that slight lull, and your bowler's got to get warm again, and does everyone reconnect to what's happening quickly? But then the batters have got to start again. But both these batters haven't been at the crease long, so they're sort of starting anyway.
Yeah, I think that's the point. It was absolutely at the right time for Pakistan. An unintended strategic timeout, really, just to take the heat out of what England were doing, who had real momentum with them. So Rashid has figures of 2 for 8 from 2. He again operates from the Vauxhall end. And starts straight away right on the money. His accuracy is quite something, being a leg spinner. It's like he's been bowling regularly in the last few months. He has not. Like he's never been away. I thought that Usman was shaping up maybe to try something aggressive, but he decides to just turn it into the leg side for a single.
He's bowled no width. He's bowled middle stump. He's used the googly to the right-hander, trying to go in and hit middle and leg stump. Used a leg slip at times as well. So he's been really, really disciplined with the line he's bowled in difficult conditions for a leg spinner as well, how wet it's been.
Again, that's that immaculate line that Stuart was talking about, and the googly coming back into Iftikhar. She just wants Phil Salt to go a little bit further in front of square on the point. Mark Wood will keep it to a single. You can see how greasy it is, though, in the way Wood slipped and slid across the turf. A few gaps in the crowd, but that's because you imagine the punters will have gone to get someone to eat and drink whilst that brief shower took the players from the field. Heaved away down the ground. Has he got enough of it? He has. That's a magnificent strike from Usman.
He pounced on Rashid's first mistake. Fuller, wider. Showed exceptional skill to be able to punish that over long off. Almost looked like he was going to try and sweep it for a moment, but then got the width and was able to just follow through.
Happy to take the single off the last ball of the 12th over. 105 for 5. So Pakistan have started brightly after the rain interruption. 4 off the first ball back from Mark Wood. Good strong shot down the ground for 6 in the previous over off Adil Rashid. So we got 8 to go, and Liam Livingstone is going to come on at the Mickey Stewart Pavilion end. Wait for the umpire's signal. Wides. He's trying to bowl that tight line. He's just gone down the leg side twice now. Not wided on that occasion. Cry is for 2, and they will comfortably come back 4-2.
It does feel like the sort of over. 110 for 5. Liam Livingstone is a good bowler, but he's not a mainstay. He's not a top 5 bowler. It feels like the over you've got to target a little bit to try and get some momentum back into the innings. Can you pick up a couple of 6s in this over just to get you moving again?
He's kept it tight to the line of the batsman, as Liam Livingstone. So given what you say, and I completely agree with you, if they're targeting this over to try and get some momentum, Livingstone thus far has done extremely well. All right, the first one was a wide, but a dot 1-2-1, 2 balls to try and get out of the over. He'll have to do the fielding himself. He might have weighted this perfectly to come back for 2.
Livingstone's bowling this over. He bowls a leg spin to right-handers generally, and off spin to left-handers, gets the ball moving away. And with Moeen Ali just being a hint expensive, just covering off and over just in case at the end.
Yeah, it adds something, doesn't it, to the variety at the disposal of Jos Buttler, with Livingstone being able to bowl off spin and leg spin. Can Pakistan find a boundary off the last ball? No, Rashid does pretty well. So that's a really good over from Liam Livingstone. 114 for 5.
Yeah, there's different ways to look at it, isn't it? You can either look at 7 overs to go, only 5 wickets left. Do we just knock it around for a couple of overs and hope that we get a couple of